Hey there, friends. Jeff Fritz here, and I'm back for another Ask a Developer interview. And today I've got LilyHazel with me from the Live Coders team. She's the community manager for the team, and she's also a learning developer getting started on her journey. Great to see you, Lily.
Great to see you.
So you're just starting on your journey, just getting your feet wet, learning and getting into all kinds of the great topics that are out there for developers. There is so much to see and learn from. As you're reading articles and you're picking up new techniques, new services, what elements do you look for in an article or a how-to that make it good for you, right? What makes that really good for you to learn from?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as some people know already that know me, English is my second language. So I'm looking for something that's easy to understand reading wise. If it's something that I'm struggling just reading through before I'm even trying to do it, that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
So I really get attracted to these tech contents that are written for somebody that may not have all the technology terms down just yet.
Okay. And gosh, even thinking about folks who don't have English as their first language and being able to explain things in a way that makes it easier to understand. Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. So I've really been liking, especially when it comes to blogs, I've been liking people who do dev.to blogs and other related blogs when they link back to explain what certain things mean. So even if a word or technology is not the focus of what they're talking about, if they link back to something I can read up on, I've really been liking that.
Okay. Now, when you think about things on dev.to, that's typically from folks who are skilled developers who are out there in the field. Do you like kind of those, hey, this is what I've experienced types of how-tos, or do you like it more coming from a vendor, like the folks who actually make the software saying, here's how to use our tools?
I like to do a mixture of both. Okay. I like to start reading about it from people that are using it, that are not the vendors. However, once I want to have more information, I've actually found that vendors understand the way I like to learn a little bit more, and they tend to provide a little bit more detail.
Oh, yeah. And I think that kind of fits in nicely with the next question, which is when the vendor does have, right, there, docsmicrosoft.com feels like a really good example of someplace where they produce content, but they leave it open for folks to be able to contribute. Do you see a lot of value from when folks are able to contribute from outside of that vendor?
I really do, as long as it's vetted. I should say that. Unvetted. Oh gosh, that's awful. But if it's vetted by somebody with relationships to the vendor that really understands what the vendor wants to put forth, I absolutely love it, because you get different types of speaking, a different style of writing in there, and that can really help bring a point home. Oh my gosh, yes.
And I think about, we don't want our developer instructions, our tutorials, or our how-tos to turn into Wikipedia.
Yes.
Who got the last edit in, gosh, who wins, right?
Yes.
So looking at some of those places, what are your favorite places to go and learn from right now? But blogs or documentation?
I've really started doing the dev.to just obsessively. I have it on my phone, and people who know me know I don't have apps on my phone. I hate having apps on my phone unless I have to have them. And dev.to really came to that spot now where I needed to have it so I could just randomly start looking for things. And then I really just try to go online as much as I can. And you and I had talked briefly about that I'm starting with GitHub, for example. I really went to their website and it's like, oh my God, they have a lab. Oh my God, they teach you everything. And so really diving more into the vendor provided learning materials.
So let me dig into GitHub's lab a little bit, because that's something we've heard from a number of other folks in this series, is when you can get hands-on with a tool in the browser without installing anything and take those first steps, it feels like that's pretty engaging.
It's really engaging, and it makes me less fearful of trying something new. If I'm trying something new based off a blog that somebody wrote, it makes me nervous. It's like, do I really understand what he's doing? Do I really understand what the outcome of this is? But if it's something that's vendor driven, that's in the browser, it makes me feel a little bit more secure trying it and jumping into it.
Oh, very cool. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here. And this was another Ask a Developer interview.